Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sam and you're watching Sam in Thailand. So guys, the thing is that I have lived in a condo for a few months in a city called Rayong, and then I have lived also in a townhouse in the city of Bangkok in Samut Prakan province. So now I'm living in a village house, as you can see. So for the past 2 years, I have been living in this village house in the province of Nakhon Ratchasima. So guys, the thing is that I have lived in a city, in a condo and a townhouse, and now I have experience of living in a village house as well. So in this video, I will talk about the differences that I felt living in a city, in a townhouse and a condo versus the village house. So this video will help you understand the differences of living in a city versus living in a village. So without any delay, let's get started with today's video. So guys, the first thing is space. So when we lived in a condo, we had a very little space to move around. The thing is that condos usually don't allow you to kind of cook food as well, but the thing is that we used to kind of microwave our food, like if we used to buy from 7-Eleven or something like that. But yeah, if you want to cook a real food, it's kind of hard in condos. So we also don't used to cook our food. We used to buy our food from like local shops, and it used to be something around like 40 to 50 baht for a person. So for two people it used to be like 100 baht. See these chickens, they want to kind of come over here. So chickens kind of disturbed me, and I'm continuing now. So we don't used to cook food or anything like that, but sometimes we used to kind of make noodles and like some food which we can cook by using water, hot water. So we used to kind of cook those kind of foods. So having a small condo, we used to kind of feel like confined to a small space as well. And sometimes it's kind of hard when two people kind of share a small space and they both have to kind of be like together all the time, like 24/7. They have to kind of share a small room, so it's kind of hard. You can see my condo in this video now. So this was the video from like 2019 when we lived in a condo for a few months in Rayong. Now after that we moved to like a townhouse in Samut Prakan province. So the district was Bangkok. So it's like an industrial district and there are many industries around as well. So the thing is that in Bangkok we had a lot of space in the townhouse, but the problem was that there was a lot of pollution because of many industries. And the thing is that our townhouse was also like near main road, so it was a lot of pollution for us. And the thing is that it was like very close to the main road, and because of that I used to hear a lot of sounds, car sounds, truck sounds as well. So it was kind of hard to kind of have a peaceful sleep as well, even though we had a lot of space inside the house and we had a front yard and a backyard as well. But the thing is that sometimes it used to be kind of hard to kind of just go outside in the road because of like too many vehicles crossing all over the place, and there was no park near as well. So in regards of space, it was not a lot of space compared to we have right now, because right now in the village there are very few vehicles, there are no sounds, there is like literally very less pollution, or I will say there is no pollution at all, because in my village people don't kind of burn food waste as well. Like in some villages people kind of like burn the paddy as well. So because of that some villages can have pollution, but my village does not have that. So guys, the thing is that as I have a passive income, and Anne was also not working at that time, and she doesn't work right now as well. So because of that we were kind of free to kind of move to the village, and that's why we came to the village, and we have a house to live in here as well. This house belongs to Anne's aunt. She doesn't live in a village. She have like around 6-7 houses in Bangkok. So she have a lot of houses for herself, and she kind of built this house for grandmother. But as you will see, the stairs are very high. So grandmother didn't want to live in this house, so this house was empty for a long time. So we came over here, and we are living over in this house. Now over here we have a lot of space, and even the road is kind of very easy to go to, and we can play badminton sometimes, can play football sometimes on the road as well. It's very easy to kind of walk around and go wherever you want. We have a lot of space over here. So yeah, sometimes I kind of play football, handball, and like badminton with aunt's cousin as well. So yeah, we do have a lot of space over here to do whatever we want. So in terms of space, I think condos are very small. You kind of if you live with a girlfriend, like a Thai girlfriend, it kind of feels like you are confined to a very small space. And if the girlfriend doesn't know English, like in our case, and was not very good in English at the time, so it was kind of hard to live in a small space because of that reason, because we cannot talk also, like if I want to say something, she won't understand easily. So yeah, it was kind of hard in the beginning when we were living in the condo. In the townhouse, things got easier because we had like more rooms, so where I can sit alone sometimes. But I don't used to go out a lot, like sit in the front yard or backyard because of like too many loud sounds. But in the village, it's very easy for me as well to kind of live and sit wherever I want. So the second thing is cost of living. So the cost of living was way too higher in Rayong because we had to buy food all the time. We have to buy like meals all the time, and like because condo was small, so every evening we had to kind of go out as well to kind of hang out, because you cannot live in condo all the time, right? So we used to kind of spend a lot of money living in Rayong every day for food and like other things like entertainment things, because when you are living in cities you will be tempted to kind of try many different things, go to mall, kind of eat good things, sometimes go to good restaurants as well. So in city, in the townhouse, our everyday cost was somewhere around I think around 800 baht, something like that, for food. And sometimes if we go to movies and something, so on average it used to be somewhere around 700 to 800 baht a day. So for a month, these kind of cost used to be around 20 to 25,000 baht. This does not include like rent, and like our rent was cheap, so we had to pay like around only 4,500 baht in rent, and electricity used to be around 1,500 baht. So in total, it used to be around 6,000 baht living in a condo. Living in a townhouse, we used to spend like around 300 to 400 baht, compared to like we were spending around 700 to 800 baht in a condo. So the cost came down while we were living in the townhouse. So guys, the thing is that our electricity bill also kind of came down, because in some condos kind of take like more money for electricity bill. I'm not sure a lot about that, but I think it's like that, because in townhouse, even though we had like two air conditioning, our electricity bill was also like around 1,500 baht. So for internet in the condo, townhouse, and now in the village also, we kind of pay the same price, which is like around 430 baht for AIS network, because we use AIS unlimited plan, which is kind of cheap because we use postpaid, and it's not expensive. We use like more than 300 GB a month, and we pay 430 baht. Our cost of living in a village is somewhere around 200 baht a day when it comes to like groceries and food items, because the thing is that in village, vegetables and other things are a little bit cheaper. And if you don't know, we are also growing some vegetables ourselves, as you can see over there and behind my back. So we are growing some vegetables ourselves, and we have like some chickens as well. So we kind of get eggs for like very little price, because chicken food is not expensive and vegetables are kind of free as well. So the cost of living has come down. And the thing is that if you live in a village, sometimes people kind of sell their produces for very cheap price. Like they can sell some vegetables for like 5 baht a kilo as well, which is like 2 pounds, which is kind of cheap over here. So yeah, the cost of living in village is like cheapest compared to a condo, then a townhouse, and now the cost has been cheapest. So guys, the third point is transportation. So the thing is that in Rayong, when we lived in a condo, we also had like Mitsubishi Etraj, but the thing is that Anne had a debt on it. So she had used her car as a collateral for for debt. So she had around 300,000 baht debt on the car. And when I met her, she had around 350,000 baht, and I kind of help her pay some installments. But the thing is that every month we had to pay around 8,000 baht for just for installments, and it was a lot of money. And then we also at that time had some plans to kind of go to my country and because of that reason also I kind of told her to kind of give the car back to the bank, because at the time she still had to pay like 300,000 baht to the bank for her debt. And the thing is that it was not the debt for like car installments. She just had taken some debt before I met her for some other reasons, maybe for like continuing her lifestyle, because her business was not good at that time and she kind of wanted to continue her good lifestyle, like go out, watch movies, and basically she had taken debt for continuing her good lifestyle, right? Because her business was not doing good. She didn't have money to kind of pay mall, because she had a shop inside the mall and her rent was 12,000 baht. So yeah, so she had to take debt to kind of pay rent as well for her small shop. So all in all, in Rayong, we had a car for a while. Then we kind of gave it back to the bank because it was a lot of money to pay every month. And we also at that time had plans to go my country. So that's also one of the reason we didn't want car at that time. So if you are wondering we went to our country or not, yes, we went 3 months to my country and then we lived 5 months in Nepal as well. So it was not wrong for us to kind of give away car and kind of save us from the debt. But the thing is that I also had to pay after that like around 80,000 baht to the bank to kind of negotiate the debt, because car may be sold for less than 200,000 baht. So after that, bank kind of negotiated with us and we still had to pay around 80,000 baht to the bank. So I kind of paid the 80,000 baht and finished the debt, so we don't have to like pay every month something like that, because I didn't want to kind of pay every month, because I had plans to live in other countries as well. So we lived in Nepal 5 months and in India as well, so it was kind of cool. Now in Samut Prakan, when we were living in the townhouse, it was very easy to walk to everything, because like 7-Eleven was just like around 200 meters from our house. Lotus was less than 500 meters, so we just used to walk to like these two places. And for other things as well, like some clinics, for dentist, everything was very near. So wherever we had to go, it was very easy. And another thing is that in Samut Prakan there were a lot of bike taxis as well. So if we used to pay like 10 baht, we could go anywhere we want, and it was very easy to kind of go. So like for 10 baht they could take us like till the main road. So the name of that road is Theparak Road. If you have been to Samut Prakan, you will know that. So the thing is that on Theparak Road there is like 10 baht bus service as well. So if we pay our taxi 10 baht, we can go to like 10-20 kilometers as well. So it was very easy to kind of travel, and I have traveled on that 10 baht bus a lot. So anyway, in the Samut Prakan as well, we didn't have a need for car a lot, and we didn't have a need for a scooter as well. So it was very easy to live in Samut Prakan. In Samut Prakan we didn't need car a lot, but in village there is no taxi service. So we kind of bought this car. This is also like Mitsubishi Trudge, but this is like a higher model than we had before. The thing is that I wanted to kind of buy same car for Anne that she had before, and we had to kind of give it to the bank, because at the time we didn't want to pay like installments, and we had plans to travel as well. And about this car, I will tell you something. Like I bought this car right away. I didn't buy it on like installments plan, because the thing is that if I had to buy this car on installments, I had to pay like around 20 to 40% more than I paid. So in total, I paid like 180,000 baht for this car, and like I paid like 5,000 baht for insurance, and now soon I will have to pay like around 2,000 baht for government tax as well. So in Thailand you have to kind of pay like government insurance. So if I would have bought it on installments, it would have gone to somewhere around 250,000 baht, which is a lot of money. Like we had to pay somewhere 70,000 baht around more for the same car, just because we were buying on installments. So I see sometimes it's kind of expensive to buy some old car or a scooter on installments, and it's kind of better to buy them right away. Now guys, the thing is that the purchase of the car would have been avoided if we would be living in a city, because in city it's very easy. Like you can kind of go with a bus, you can kind of kind of go with like 10 baht taxis, you can go with normal taxis, or you can just walk to like normal places, local places. So but living in a village, if as everything is way too far, we just had to buy this car. And now I'm looking for a scooter as well. I think I will try to buy it as soon as possible, so I can travel easily around the village and I can go to like local markets as well. So on the point of the vehicle ownership, I think it's kind of good if you have like something on your own name, if you are going to live in a country for a long time. So I think it's good that we bought car, because if we were just to use taxis, we would still be paying like taxis are also not kind of cheap, right? So it's kind of fine if we have our own car. It's kind of easy to go out on a sunny day, it's kind of easy to kind of go out on a rainy day as well. So overall, I don't see anything wrong in buying a car if you are going to live on a long term, be it retirement, or you are going to live on a marriage visa or something like that. Being a foreigner as well, you can have like car and a scooter on your own name, so it's not very hassle. And when I'm going to buy a scooter, I will kind of make video about that, so you will get an idea about like what are the documents that are required to kind of get a car or a scooter on your own name. So now the fourth point is ease of living. So while living in the city, be it like condo or a townhouse, we were in like walking distance of most of the places, and we were in like walking distance of most of the amenities. But now we have to drive like around 20 kilometers if we want to go somewhere. So whenever we go to like our city, we kind of buy fruits or vegetables or like groceries in bulk. But personally, I don't find it very hard, because like we have like a shop less than 10 meters from my house. So whenever we have to buy like some groceries or like gas cylinder for cooking gas, and we have to buy like oil as well, we have like everything like less than 10 meters from our walking distance. So we have like oil, we have like cooking gas, we have like groceries, clean water and everything less than 10 meters from us, like less than like 10 seconds walk. So living in a village also, I don't feel like it's very hard to live over here, because everything is so near when it comes to like everyday things. And because like you can buy stuff online as well these days, so whenever we have to buy some things that are not available in like local shops, we can just buy online as well. So it's not very hard in that regard. So about food, like we cook most of our food now, and the thing is that we have like a one noodle shop nearby, which is like around 500 meters from our house. So all in all, there is only one restaurant in our village, and that is a noodle shop. I don't eat those noodles, but and sometimes kind of eat with her parents, and that is also kind of rare. So sometimes an aunt also kind of cook a lot of food, and she kind of share with us as well. So it's kind of easy for us, because we now live with family, we live near family, so it's easy when it comes to food, because family kind of shares food as well. If I talk about the conclusion, now I have talked about my life, so I may have missed some points because it's like a very big topic, and I have lived for 4 years. It's not a very long time, I will admit it. And in the 4 years, I have been to like India once for 3 months, and I have been to Nepal 5 months as well, which is Nepal also was kind of good for us. And I kind of enjoyed our life in Nepal more than anything. So for me, Nepal was kind of the best place for me till now. But yeah, if I go again, I will share with you guys as well, because Nepal also is like a good place to retire. Most people don't know it, because people don't know a lot about Nepal, I think. But some cities in Nepal are kind of good for people who want to live long term, and people can kind of live there for like 10 months on a tourist visa. So if you don't know, you can live in Nepal for 10 months on a tourist visa, which is kind of crazy. I will talk about it some other day, but for today, I hope you got to know my viewpoint on how my life has been in city compared to like village. I hope this video will give you an insight of like how the life is different in a city compared to a village, and it will help you kind of understand, kind of think, where do you want to retire? Do you want to retire in a city or in a village? Mostly I will say village are kind of fine if you are going to kind of live near big cities, like there are going to be villages near major cities as well. So like if we see Nakhon Ratchasima, there are going to be some good villages near the city as well, near like 10 to 15 minutes of driving distance, and they are going to be peaceful, they are going to be like kind of good. But this was my experience and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So if you found this video informative, do give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. I will see you in the next video. Till then, peace.